can you create art using fractions and percentages? My three sidekicks down there.
Hi.
You remember what fractions are? You have the numerator and the denominator. So if you have 1 over 10, it means out of 10 possible parts, only 1 is chosen. Add a circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? 5 pieces there. So there are 10 pieces. So you only have 1. Right? So it's out of the possible 10. 10 over 100.
And it's 100 things, but you have to circle 10. Then you have to
Okay,
color 10.
yes, so say you have a grid, but here I've created 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Do you know how many squares are in here?
Yes.
Yes, how many squares?
100.
Why do you say there are 100 squares?
It's because there's 10 on top and 10 on the side.
So what is that equivalent to?
100.
Yeah, because it's 10 times 10. 10 out of 100, then I would only, choose
10.
10, right? 1, 2, 9, 10. Yes? So I have only colored 10 out of the possible 100 cubes, 100 squares, 10 out of 100. Do you know what percent means?
It's percent in your grade.
No. It
A
means
little bit.
out of 100. So what is this? If we were to convert this fraction into percent, what would it be?
10%.
10%. Exactly. It's 10 out of 100. And do you know what sign or what symbol we use to show percent? Circle, a slash, and then another little circle on the bottom. 10 out of 100 is equivalent to 10%. 5 out of 100. You, Alanya. What's the percent there?
5%.
Excellent. Adesh, number 2. 21 over 100. What percent is that?
21%.
21%. Abijah, 62 over 100. What percent is that?
62%.
62%. And 10 out of 100, Alanya. What?
10%.
10%. All up there. 5, 62, 21, and 10. Challenging part is to now convert fractions which are not with a denominator of 100. With a different denominator, then you have to find the equivalent fraction that has 100 as the denominator. Like 1 over 2. You've got to convert that to something over 100, and then you will know what percent that is. 1 is 1 over 2. You've got to find the equivalent fraction to what over 100, and then you will know what percentage that is. Yes?
Yes.
And the second one is 2 over 5 is equal to what over 100, which is equal to what percent? How do you convert the denominator in an equivalent fraction to another denominator? Yes? Okay, so you multiply by 50, right? Thank you, Abijah. So here you're multiplying by 50. So when you're getting an equivalent fraction, to calculate an equivalent fraction, whatever you do to the denominator, you must do to the numerator. So this one, you must multiply by 50. And that will give you, yes, 50. That will give you 50. Excellent. And what percentage is that? 50%. Fantastic. So 1 over 2, or 50 over 100, is equal to 50%? Can someone help me out? 5 times what is equal to 100? Yes?
20.
Excellent. 5 times 20 is equal to 100. And I've done the calculation here just in case you are wondering how I got there, or you want to test out some possibilities. Just have a piece of paper on the side and you multiply it out. 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times 2 is 10. You get 100. So whatever you do to the denominator, you must also do to the numerator. So 2 times 20 equals, Alanya, 2 times 20? 40. So what percentage does that make this?
40%.
Excellent. Okay, so now you know how to convert some simple fractions into an equivalent fraction with a denominator of 100, then leading you to easily extract the percentage. Okay, how does this relate to artwork? Now, you choose a couple of colors that you might have. Tell me the 4 different colors that you'd like to work with.
Pink.
Okay, pink. We'll call P for pink. What's another color?
Purple.
Purple. This might be different for different people.
And peach.
Purple. So maybe PR for purple. And then
Peach.
can you choose a color that's not starting with P? Blue is B. What else? Small b for black, right? So blue is big B. Black is small b. Now I'll give you percentages. Your first color, this will be a number out of 100. So if we have 100 squares, okay, what percent shall we give pink? 20%? So the first number you don't have to use pink, but choose 4 colors, give each color a letter, and then you decide percentages. So 1 is 20%, so we have 80% remaining now that we can allocate between these 4 colors. Next color, yes, 40%. So what's the remaining percentage we have now? We've used up 20 plus 40. So 100 minus 20 minus 40. What's remaining?
40.
Okay, we have 40% left, right? So 40%, how are you going to split it between the last 2 colors?
20.
20 for this one, and the last one that leaves only 20 remaining. So 20, 40, 20, 20. 20 of those squares you will color pink, 40 of the squares you will color purple, 20 of the squares you'll color blue, and 20 of the squares you'll color black. You're choosing, say, pink. You want 20 squares of pink. So I'll put, that's my artwork, 1 P here and P here. How many have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1 B, 2, 3, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 19, 20. So I've got this one done, this one done. Now how can I shape my drawing to use up this other 40 squares of purple and 20 squares of blue? Then you allocate, and once you've filled up the whole 100 squares, and then you start to color each one. Colors, your letter, and the percentage that you've chosen, but remember the percentages must equal 100. You might choose different percentages, you might choose different colors, but make sure it adds to 100. How you going?
I'm doing good. I'm coloring my thing, and I'm changing my percentages now that I know the rules. I'm doing a bit good. Just noticed that I'm supposed to fill up the whole box. I'm going to change my percentages. Hi, I'm doing good. This is my drawing.